Over the years, we have shared so many moments together. We have shared colossal punts. We have shared unbelievable top decks. We have shared undefeated runs. We've had plenty of runs where we, we're lucky to get 2-3 with decks. We've tried control decks. We've tried combo decks. We have tried fun, aggressive decks. We've played tier 1 decks. We have laughed. We have loved. We have cried together. We have done so much together, and you as a community is the reason why I do this. I would be nothing without you. It has been an immense joy working for you and just creating decks that you have loved to play, or decks that you have been like, Corey, why are you playing such horrendous decks? Regardless, together we have done it all. As many of you may know, this is my last Dropping Bombs, so for one last time, I'm Corey Baumeister, and welcome to Droppin Baums! Enjoy the games one last time. And welcome to the games here, everybody. Alright, starting it off on a good foot, winning the die roll. Let's go. Okay, so we have accelerants, we have jade lights, some way to explore into lands, and then we got a payoff card. This sounds great. This sounds great. Let's do some ramp and cast some giant fish. Excuse me, giant jellyfish hydra beasts. Such a weird creature type. Okay. Maybe it looks like Esper. Esper is such a popular color combination right now just because it's so strong. Like, I believe right now it's like Esper Control and Esper Mid are 1 and 2 for the most played decks right now, which is kind of crazy. Alright, so we'd love to not fall into a cry trap. So maybe we'd almost love to hit something here. Yeah, this was good. We're going to keep this on top. And now we're not super vulnerable to cry. So we'll go like this, send it back. Cry would of course still be very good, but not game ending. Now our opponent knows about Tamiyo though, unfortunately, so like that's the kind of thing I want to be playing this next turn to not overextend into Wrath, because this is enough. So it's a little tough here what our next play is going to be if they just go untap land go. Like I hope they do something, to be honest. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, not a big deal here. I think we just get Tamiyo going and then attack here. I mean, just getting an active Planeswalker going is so good. No. So it's non-land, even though we'd love to get a land. But the beauty of Tamiyo is it ticks up for a non-land permanent, which I'm still unsure of what we're going to name. Probably just like a Nissa here. But then it finds lands that are in the graveyard, which is just beautiful. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, because we don't want to throw just more creatures into the mix here. Alright. Let's test a new hypothesis. Alright, so I want to go Nissa, who shakes the world. We got lands, though. Alright, we'll beat here. Maybe we do name Bond there, because that's like the one way to for sure get land. That could be reasonable. But now we just down tick on it. That's also very good. And now next turn we're given the option here. We'll see what our opponent does. Thief, okay. Interesting. So this must be Esper Mid. Yeah. Alright, got him! Okay, so now I think we just downtick for a land and then just play Grixis for 4. Something to get in the way of this that also draws us some cards sounds great. So we're going to get a forest back. Alright, Grixis for 4. Do a maybe okay job of blocking here. If not, find us more threats, which looks like it's going to be. Now we're going to probably go be on an Ugin hunt here. Okay, that Grixis is dead. Alright, yeah, now I think Ugin would be the best draw that we could have. Unfortunately, we didn't hit it here, but that is what we're going to name. Find an Ugin. Nissa would be good as well, but I think Ugin would just be way better. No such luck. I kind of like Blast Zone and just getting that ready to deal with this, but it also doesn't seem strong enough. Probably just a 5/5 Grixis. So then we're drawing 2 cards, so we're not discarding still. And we're still blocking Thief. So we'll go with that. Alright, now we got Nissa, so now we can start really doing some damage. And Tamiyo can get back something this turn. Ooh, they have an Ugin. Oh, they found our Ugin. Not cool. But now if they don't protect that correctly, then we could get back an Ugin. Okay. So now I think we can do some really good plays here. We're going to start with this. Now, what if we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yes. Okay, this is going to be perfect. This is going to be perfect. Watch this, y'all. All right, so we need that open. Now, we got to make sure we tap everything that isn't actually a forest here. So make sure you don't fall into that trap. So we're going to go with Nissa. And now we are going to untap something that also makes double mana. Now we are going to double attack Ugin. Now our opponent gets to eat a Llanowar here, but whatever. Now we get to return Ugin that was just sent to the graveyard. Play Ugin. And finally deal with this Thief that's been annoying us. Now we have 2 Planeswalkers that are open and vulnerable, but that's okay. We have 3 of them, so. The Elder Spell would be bad. That was a pretty sick turn. The amount of times I've Nissa'd, ticked up, and put an Ugin in play with this deck is pretty much off the charts. So all you have to do is have just 2 forests open. Yeah, Ugin's dead. Tamiyo will get it back later. Okay. Sorin. Might just get back the Thief. I wouldn't be shocked. Sorin's quite good. They missed a point, I guess, by not playing that early. Ooh, yeah, killing Tamiyo is actually quite strong. Alright. Yeah, that was good. Now we could pressure Sorin. We have just so much mana right now, it's absurd. And we can do tricks with Blast Zone to destroy anything we want right now, but there's nothing that matters too much. So for now, I think we'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll adapt this. And now we are going to untap one of these lands and kind of force our opponent to really want to protect Sorin here. Because it would have to be double chump. It would have to be chump with hero, chump with token to let Sorin live. Which I think I'm okay with. Yep. So it still takes 3, so perfectly fine. Now we kind of just get to unload. Now I think we start with a Jade Light. Ooh, we'll keep that. Library, library. Now we have 4 more mana. We have 6 more mana available. Now it's Esper mid, so I do not see any form of Wrath of Gods going to be in this list, so I think we just unload. Alright. Your turn. Your turn. This deck's got some game, that's for sure. Alright, Esper Midrange I do think is a better deck than Esper Control. And I think this Esper Midrange is going to be very popular because earlier in the week, Jerry... Thief, sure. Because Jerry coined this deck and made it pretty popular. Strong, but nothing bad. Because, I mean, we just get to do disgusting things with Tamiyo next turn. Alright, so... Tamiyo into Ugin seems pretty strong. Or just Tamiyo into a gigantic crayfish. Not sure which one I like better. I mean, it's probably just got to be Ugin. It seems pretty hard to lose if I just drop an Ugin. And I just want Thief to be taken care of. I have learned so much from my ancestors. I've learned that Ugin is very good. And so wise. Yeah. Yep, that's the power of Tamiyo. Late game when you have that much mana. Tamiyo, Nissa, and Ugin are great friends because together they do very, very good things. Okay, so I think we want Vivian's. Crushing Canopies are pretty needed. And I think that's about it. Now we have to cut some top-end stuff. Nissa is actually not as good here. Plus, we do need to cut some top-end. Vivian is usually what you want to be doing to kill Thief and stuff. So I like going down on a Grixis and down on a Nissa just to lower our curve a little bit. Now, Champion is still great because their entire deck just can't block, you know? And I mean, that's so good with pressuring their Planeswalkers. So then it comes down to what do we want to cut next? And Jade Light's kind of that medium card where it's like, it's good, it does its purpose, but we don't really need it. And that's the same with Bond of Flourishing. Those are kind of like the cards that have a little bit of wiggle room. Also, if our opponent is trying to make us discard cards with like Bell Hunt and stuff, maybe we want a few of these. It's not, I mean, that's very good if they end up doing that kind of stuff. And with the main deck Duress, I'm very positive this is Jerry T's list he recently wrote about. So I would assume, and that had 2 Bell Hunts in the main and 2 in the board. So I would not be surprised to see our opponent doing some of that action. So I think we'll go like this. We'll give it a shot. I've been playing this deck a lot on stream just because I've been thoroughly enjoying it. And let me tell you, I've been doing some crazy things. The Blue-Red Spells deck that I made, I was doing some very, very disgusting things as well, as you guys remember from a couple weeks ago. But I don't know if it's better than the stuff I'm doing here. I think this deck is real. I think maybe it needs a little bit more tuning. I don't really like the sideboard that much. But, you know, other than that, I just think it's so good. All right. You know what isn't so good? This hand. We're going to ship this one. This hand is good. Bring on the discard. Ooh, I think we should have this. This hand loses to Thief. This makes it so it doesn't. Plain and simple. I hate that we drew it now because if our opponent has Thought Erasure, they can just take it, but... Too bad we just didn't have more Feroxes. Now we're just going beatdown. So if they don't take Steel Leaf Champion, they got a problem. Yeah, and if they... Yeah, now we have Crushing Bell Hunt to the graveyard. That makes sense. Alright, we're just going to attack. Doubt they're going to play Thief into this. Well, okay, well. And we have to just kill it. Maybe it was worth not attacking there just for that interaction. Just to be able to play Ferox now. hero. Okay. Well, I think we just drop the Ferox. Say we got a 6/6. Deal with it. Ferox is a big, big, big creature, so it's very hard for these Esper mid-range decks to deal with it, but just being able to chump with 1/1 humans is it's a pretty good way. D-Spark? Yeah, D-Spark is great against our deck. D-Spark hits everything. That's the card I'm probably most afraid of. Ooh. Well. Alright, Grixis for 4. We'll take that. Every day. Okay. Couple ramp spells. A bond. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Now, Deputy still. Yeah, there's lots of ways to kill that, but we got our value, you know. Alright, so we are going to have to deal with this somehow pretty soon. We're going to start with this, hoping to get, like, Nissa. Tamiyo's pretty good. Tamiyo is strong. No way we're not taking that one. And now it's what do we get? And I think we want to just tick up because we don't want it to just get attacked back right away. And what do we name? Maybe just a Grixis? Even though we can bring it back. Or an Ugin. Ugin seems quite good. Nissa's also pretty good. But the highest likelihood we hit is Ugin or Grixis, because there's still 3 ofs in the deck. Now it's just which one do we think is better? I'm kind of leaning towards Ugin. Okay, wouldn't have hit either way. Now we'll just hold back. We're just going to do some blocking because we want to play this Grixis. So now we're faced with a dilemma. Either we block hero and this goes to 4, or we block here and it's at 3 and we'll have to lose our Tamiyo to get back a Grixis. So even if it goes down to 1, it's going to die the turn after. So I think just sacrificing it for a Grixis is fine. Or who knows, maybe we'll draw something better. Ooh, now that's brutal. Now if this is pinged, we can't Grixis next turn. Thief. Now we can still Grixis. Is it gonna be good enough? Now we can just return Crushing Canopy if we want, but I don't think we win the game by doing that. Returning a Grixis and it not being answered, we can definitely win. Yeah, I think it's just a little too scary if we miss with whatever we're trying to hit, so. Yeah, we're just going to get a fish. We'll do this for 5. Okay. Great cards. Great cards. Now hold, Grixis, hold. Okay. Boo, Grixis, boo. Okay, that's scary. Now we can Nissa next turn and have 6. We could Grixis for 4 and attack with the token. Ugh. Yeah, it's Grixis for 4 or 5, and 1 means we have a thief in play, so I think it's kind of a no-brainer. 5. So we want to just Nissa. Now do we want to get risky and attack with the land? Our opponent would have to get rid of a hero to block. So I think we do. We really need them to not block with hero here. And I didn't think they would, so it's kind of a free token. So now we're going to do this for 4. Alright. Lots of ground assault right now, but yeah, if we lose our Grixis, we're just dead. It's a fairy. Yeah, that's probably enough. Yep, now our opponent can kill Nissa plus thief us. Yikes. This game's not going our way. Yeah, we're pretty much dead here, but we're going to fight the good fight. Alright, the good fight has been fought. Our opponent's at 33. Soren's good. Soren's really good. Okay. Now, what do we want here? Vivian's going to be great. I think if we ever resolve Vivian, it's going to be outstanding. Now it's just how do we want to approach this now that we're on the play? Where we can be a little bit more aggressive. Still think we want Crushing Canopies. Even though they're only good for Thief. But Thief is just that important. Yeah, now our Planeswalkers can actually deal with Thief on the play, which is quite nice. I'm guessing they're going to take out the 3/4 now that they saw Ferox. At least I would. I'd be scared. I kind of want to just leave it the same. I like it. Let's do it. Game 3. All right, let's get a good draw on the play. This deck, its best draws on the play are so hard to deal with. Play first. No! One more land. Not bad. Not bad. We'll keep that one too. Okay. So now we got a plan. Turn 2 Druid and then Steel Leaf into hopefully draw some more lands. Alright. No Thought Erasure, please. I don't think they heard me. Yeah, now we would love a Tamiyo or something off the top. We have not gotten to put that in play, but it's been in our opener every time. Alright, that could be worse. Now we are threatening Ugin next turn if we draw a land. Or at worst, we just adapt. But like a deputy right here would just be so bad. Okay, thank God. Land. No! Think we just have to do a 3/3 Grixis. God, our opponent was just so dead if we Ugin. Alright. Try to get in the way of this thief. Boo. Now Ugin is way worse because they have a creature. It's just a 6-mana Doomblade, but... Boo. Oh, some bad luck. I guess we can go for Vivian. Tamiyo for Vivian. That sounds good. Vivian Reed. Crushing Canopy, at least we have an option to take now. Yeah, I think we were one land away from winning this game. If we went land Ugin on our on the play there, we were winning, and now I think we're losing. Unfortunately. So now Tamiyo can get something. Another thief. Okay, that's not good. Okay. What do we have that can deal with both? I don't think really anything. No, not really. What about Nissa? What does Nissa do for us? Not enough. I think we have to tick up and try to get something. Now, what can we hit? Grixis is not very good. We can get a Crushing Canopy, and we could like go Adapt Druid plus Crushing Canopy one, and then lose Tamiyo. That's reasonable. And we wouldn't even necessarily for sure lose Tamiyo. Okay, I think that's our best play right now. And we just adapt right now. Just to be safe, and now we have a blocker, and we do that during their turn. This might be okay, but this could easily just be terrible. If our opponent just drops an Ugin off our deck or something. Okay, well. Can block this. I don't know why that was doing there, but... That hostage taker doesn't make... Oh, it does make sense. Our opponent just wants it dead. So now our opponent can Sorin, down ticket, and steal our druid. Or into the God Eternals. That makes sense. Okay. Now, I mean, we can just Ugin this, but I think maybe just getting a Teferi or something would be better. Or, I mean, Vivian. Down tick on this. Then we'd have a blocker to maybe keep Vivian alive. Okay. Let's try Vivian. No. No, no, no. We can try an Ugin and tick up. Ugin ticking down just it just dies, so that's pretty bad. I mean, it's bad either way, but we're just gonna try to tick up, get some value going. Got a Grixis under there. Killing Tamiyo. And attempting to kill Ugin. Well, I think I don't want to put it into reach of Sorin. Opponent does only have one card, though. But we want something to play next turn as well, and Grixis gives us that. But our opponent's last card could easily be a Thought Erasure. Yep. Well, we played around that at least. Could get another Thief, which is scary. It's been a grind, but I'm not convinced we're completely out of it yet. Okay, that's pretty damn good. I think it's just got to be a Grixis for 4. Can't combo Nissa very well. We'd need a land to be able to do Grixis for 4 plus Nissa. Blast Zone is very good right now. Okay, if we can get that going with Nissa next turn and destroy this, this, and this, destroy 3 drops, then I think we're cooking. Okay. No! That's pretty annoying. Still think we'll be okay if we can, if they don't hit anything too busted off our deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we need a land. That's not a land. Because we can untap Blast Zone and do it all in one turn, but I think we might be a land short. Yeah, we are 1 land short. Ugh. That's brutal. Yep. Yeah, and we can't live through this next attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Untap a land. 3, 3 can block there. Can maybe block that. But we're taking 2 in the air plus 1 ping from Soren's going to make it lethal. Well, we're going to try it. I'm pretty sure we're dead. Nissa. Now, if our opponent does not block this, then maybe we can sneak it out, but I don't think so. Opponent should just block. Yep. Now the flying damage will get us. Boo! Thought we were pulling that one out. Blast Zone almost saved us if we had 1 more land. Ugh. Yeah. Oh well. All right, everybody. Stay tuned for round 2 coming at you. Round 2 time. Let's do this. All right. We want to go first. Oh yeah. This looks like an accelerant to Ugin. Wait. How early is Ugin here? Is this a turn 3 Ugin? It sure is. All right, let's just hope, ooh, that's tough, but I think turn 3 Ugin is just way too good here. That's a great turn 2 play. You know our deck is kind of sweet when we denied the turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion here. All right. Ugin tick up is going to be our plan. Hope they don't have a ton of Vraska's Contempts. Wow, that's good too. We don't have blue yet though, so we got to keep that in mind. A Coogan! Alright, let the value train begin. Now, if anything, next turn we can go Adapt Druid plus Steel Leaf Champion. It's not bad, just no contempt. No contempt. You leave that Ugin alone. Oh, Ugin. Turn 3, that's just filthy. Goblin Chain Whirler playing Llanowar Elves. What a time to be alive. Okay. Chupacabra. Don't blame them for doing that at all. Alright. Let the value train begin. Alright. Sure, we're just going to tick up again. But what would we like to do first? Probably Jade Light to try to hit lands. Ooh, actually we do this first because we don't want to just exile whatever card we want to keep. Then we're going to cast this. We'd love to hit another green source. Graveyard that one. Kind of want to graveyard this one too. Like, having a spare Ugin is nice, but we need lands. Because we really want some blue sources to be able to Grixis. But Nissa's quite strong. This is a dilemma. It's probably just Nissa because of the power. Oh, boy. Yep. I just can't pass up on a Nissa right now. We'll get the blue mana eventually. And Nissa helps just make this crisis just absolutely insane. And now we can start destroying stuff with Ugin now that it's pretty safely out of range. Our opponent can, like, find those back. Alright, this looks like straight Golgari, maybe Sultai that we just haven't seen. But it kind of looks like straight Golgari. This card kind of screams just Golgari to me. Okay, probably taking our Jade Light. Yep. Yeah, it's tough to fight through that, I have to say. I don't think any of these are worth killing yet. So I think we're just going to just make another token. I mean, there is some thought to killing this. Carnage Tyrant or Liliana next turn would be really good. But that does get us a little too close for comfort for being attacked there. So I think we'll just do this. Now, to go with Nissa. We'll untap this. I don't want to attack. It's just double blocking with Chupacabra is pretty bad. And our opponent can attack and kill any of these planeswalkers, so I am going to attack with this. And then we'll just play this. And that's it. Now we just need to find blue source and go absolutely ham. Yeah, that's pretty good. We get some value back there. All right. There we go. We need this one dead. All right. We've assembled a board again. Now we just need to kill our own 2/2. I guess we can't kill our own, can we? Destroy target permanent. That's one or more. Oh, wow. Destroying permanents? Are lands colors? Probably not, right? I don't think we can just be picking off lands. That would be disgusting. Okay, straight Golgari. Now we have to be wary of the Elder spell here. So straight Golgari means that we don't have to bring in canopies because I don't think we're going to see thieves. This is mainly for aggro. I don't like negate that much against other mid-range decks, so we kind of just think about these cards. And I don't really like Spyglass because they probably share some of the counters we want. I like Vivian, but I think basically we just want to stay true to our deck against them. They don't have many ways for us to discard, so we're not going to sideboard a lot here. But I do like Vivian just as another card engine. But we do have to cut something. God, it would be kind of weird to just click back, but I mean, this is kind of the deck that we're supposed to beat. We're a very good ramp deck that gives these type of decks a lot of trouble. The only thing I could see maybe not wanting is like Steel Leaf Champion. Steel Leaf Champion doesn't live through Finality. It dives to Chupacabra. It's just not good. It's not assembling value for us. So this is not the matchup for it. So I'm going to do that and maybe a couple of these. We're raising our curve a little bit, but that's okay. Ferox is just a big creature that if you can get that down super early, that it's just usually quite strong. All right, we'll try it. All right, let's see what you got, Goblin Chain Whirler. That draw was pretty sweet, though. Turn 3 Ugin on the play. Mwah, sign me up. All right, we're going to keep this. This sounds awesome. All right, we got a Bond there. More than likely just playing Druid. All right, Zybranchwaka. Okay. Another Jade Light. Not bad. We're going to get our value. I'll take it. There'll be no blocks. Bronze. Well, that doesn't really do much. Big old Bronte. Think we'll just Jade Light first. We wouldn't mind hitting non-lands just to make it big enough to block. We're going to graveyard that. Alright, that's kind of brutal because we would have liked to block, but that's why we tapped this way, just in case we drew Breeding Pool. So that's not bad at all. Now next turn we can go Jade Light plus Druid. It's reasonable. We are going to do some blocking. Okay. So our opponent... Yeah, Chupacabra is pretty strong. Alright, now we have the choice between Bond and Druid or just Jade Light. Ugh. The problem with just Jade Light is next turn we can't Grixis, but if we Druid and Bond, then next turn we have an option between adapting and playing Jade Light or just playing a Grixis, and I think that's better. Plus we get to gain a little life with Bond. We'll do this first. Alright, we'll take a Forest. That was not the best Bond I've ever seen, but we're not drawing 3 forests in a row, so that's good. Yeah, I almost think it's going to be better next turn to just go adapt Jade Light, because then we set up a gigantic Grixis. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Our opponent had a great curve here. Alright, so that's going to be our plan. Just setting up to draw a bunch of cards next turn. It's the only thing we can really do to help to expect to get in the game. Yeah, we're going to keep that. Now we're either Grixising for 4 or we're going to Grixis for 7. I'd prefer the 7. Gonna die to Vivian immediately. But Grixis for 7 into Grixis for 8, and then reevaluate after we've drawn a whole, you know, 7 new cards, then we can reevaluate the situation. Yep, that's pretty strong. Still going to play a Grixis for 4. Wow, no attacks. Interesting. Alright, the fish for 4. Now, Vivian's getting very dangerously close here, so we kind of hope they downtick on it, because otherwise we just don't know what we're really going to be able to do about it. Downticking on it means they have no other answer for it, so that's scary. Because now if they Chupacabra, then we have to be forced to attack that, which I don't think we can do right now, so. If our opponent... Ooh. Yeah, that's a keeper. No, and that's game. Now we need a Nugan. That's not a Nugan. Yeah, we're just dead. Alrighty, next one. I think this is going to be... Our decks are pretty similar. It's going to be pretty play dependent, I would imagine. Yeah, we're bringing in the Spyglass. I mean, it's just great for Vivian. What was I thinking? Ferox on the play seems worse. On the play, I kind of just want to go Island. I just want to make my land drops and drop giant planeswalkers. And also have a Spyglass. Yeah, we love it. On the play is the only time I want that. Or when I'm bringing in negates, where I have negate, Tamiyo, and Grixis in the deck. Then you just want an extra blue source. Alright, give us a good one. Yeah, it's reasonable. Nothing to ramp into, but we have the bond to try to find something. Plus have a decently aggressive curve here. They got a Llanowar as well. I think we want to attack. Offer the trade. Slowing them down is reasonable. We already have so much ramp that we, you know, obviously Llanowar is great, but we don't need it. Because next turn, even if we just go Druid this turn, next turn we can go Paradise Druid plus Bond. Alright. Now we want to top deck a Nissa. Nissa or Vivian, please. Nissa, Vivian. I'll take a Tamiyo, too. Ooh. Ooh, that's it. That's a Vivian. Let's go. Alright, didn't go into anything. Think we'll get the Druid, I guess. And we'll ship it back. Alright, our opponent has a Lily. Always terrifying. Alright, Viv goes down a little bit. Having a Paradise Druid that's automatically going to be untapped to block, though, like, is pretty sweet. Our opponent just can't kill it. So now our opponent is setting up a Vivian or a Liliana next turn, which is a huge problem for us. Okay. Oh yeah, Blast Zone here. Quite strong. We could take out all these Llanowars and really slow them down. Yeah, that seems just insane. Use the Llanowar to blow it up. And then we just play a Paradise Druid and say go. Yeah, that seems way too good. Because it could just strand some cards in their hand. Who knows, you know? Oh, we already played a land. Oh, yeah, we played Blast Zone. But that's okay. We'll just play this Paradise Druid. Now, if our opponent wants to cast down this one, sure. But this one can for sure block now. That was kind of a sweet play. We did destroy 2 of our own mana as well, but technically with the Blast Zone and the Llanowar. But that's one thing we're not lacking. We're not lacking mana and accelerant, so... But we did not want to see this beautiful Dreadhorde General attacking us yet, so... And I mean, we can't get any of our bombs with this, so it is more just a value train and destroys planeswalkers, but value's real, you know? Getting a Grixis or something, I guess, is a bomb, though, so. Ooh, speaking of. So I think we'll go with this. We don't want a Grixis yet, because it's a very tiny Grixis. Could go Druid plus Elf here, but Incubation Druid is just the better card. Alright, let's think. If we go Incubation Druid and Llanowar, then we play a land next turn. We go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that does make it so we can Grixis for 6 next turn. I think that seems worth it to me. And we can't Finality yet, so we're just gonna do some ramping and play a giant fish next turn. That's our plan, and we're sticking to it. Yep. A little bit smaller of a Grixis now, but that's okay. That's one less card for us. Luckily, Vivian has been giving us all the card advantage we truly need. And Liliana's coming to say hello next turn. Alright. We would love a Llanowar here, actually. Just to avoid that killing us, but we'll settle for another fish. Alright. Now, do we just go for the max or one less? No, definitely for 5 because of Finality. Fish. There's a Tamiyo. Don't have anything special in the yard yet. We'd love to get that Tamiyo in play a little sooner. Okay, because now Liliana is going to be able to do some work. It's going to clean up our Llanowars. Or it just makes a token. I really don't know. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Ooh, that was so good. Yes, that was insane. That's exactly what we needed. Oh my. We'll get the forest. Alright, so now we get to go nuts. Now we tap the things that don't produce forests, that aren't actual forests. 4, 5, here, Nissa. Now we gotta avoid the Elder spell if possible. Alright. Yeah, writing was on the wall there. We were gonna attack, have 6 mana available, and then we were gonna play Tamiyo, plus return something, plus play Flourishing there, so we were what we call slam dunking on our opponent there. Stay tuned for round 3. Round 3 time coming at you. Alright, we're on the draw, and this hand is quite bad, so we're gonna mulligan it. This hand's pretty good. Pretty reasonable. Now in Ugin, we already have something that costs a lot. I don't think we can do this yet. Our deck is full of payoff spells, so there's no real point in drawing this in fear of not drawing one later, because we already do have a payoff spell, and we just can't. We lose a lot of games when we get clunky draws like that. Ooh, a Lawnmower here is exactly what the doctor ordered. Lawnmower into Jade Light? Sultai decks have been doing that since 1995, so, I mean, if we're copying that, can't be too bad, right? So we got a Grixis deck. Alright, well, our play will definitely be dictated by what our opponent takes here, believe it or not. But honestly, either of the early drops, Jade Light or Paradise Druids, are pretty strong. If they take the payoff, then yeah, of course, we have to draw into it. But we do have our 1 copy of Mobilized District, which manlands are good. And I think this one's going to be the same. I'm still very unsure of the split between this and Blast Zone, or if there should be either or any of them. I know that's a weird sentence to say, but I think bringing them back with Tamiyo is a relevant thing to have just a few of, because then you have a lot of options when you want to return a land. And I also just think Blast Zone is insane, so maybe this card just doesn't deserve a slot, but I'm not 100% sure on that by any means, so I went with a split for now, but I think it could go either way. I think we can keep this. Yeah, we'll play this next turn. Why not? Another 4-3 for 3. I mean, it's good stats to me. Plus, it'll find us some lands, hopefully. And next turn, like, no matter what, we weren't going to have, like, a Nissa turn or a Ugin turn or anything. We're not there yet. So we might as well play a good card that's still solid to play next turn. Narset, sure. 1 activation, and then it's going to die. Narset, a great card. One of the best cards in the set. Oof. Duh. That one's good. I hate to overextend into that here, so maybe we shouldn't. But otherwise, they can just play some other kind of removal spell. So I think we just have to play Jade Light anyways here. That's tough. Our opponent knows our hand, so if we don't play stuff, they can just wait. I mean, we want to hit land drops anyways, so we're still going to try this. Tamiyo. Well, I mean, that's exactly what we want after a Wrath, is something like that. So we're going to keep that. Now they basically have to Ritual of Soot, so we're kind of forcing their hand, and then we get to unleash a Tamiyo next turn. And then we just want to make sure to do what's best to not get blown out by just like a Vraska's Contempt on this. So I very much expect us to just like down tick Tamiyo right when it comes into play to get something, probably a Jade Light, and then the turns after we'll tick up to try to find stuff. But we want to make sure to get some value out of it before it goes away. But who knows? Our opponent might just not have a 4th land, and we might just get to do some beatdowns. But either way, Tamiyo on top is great. And then we can just start attacking with the manland too if we don't want to walk into a counter spell. Maybe our opponent has just disconnected. Okay, there's the ritual that we saw coming. Now we get to Tamiyo. All right, and now it's up to us on what we want to do. But like I said, I want to get some value out of it. So I'm going to just get a Jade Light. We'll say go. Now, Tamiyo could be killed by a number of things here, but the nice thing is Tamiyo does protect against some of Grixis's best things, like making us discard or Eldest Reborn. It doesn't get hit by either of those, which is pretty nice. But this card is just great, so being able to beat this is going to be a problem. I mean, we need something like Ugin, and we just don't have the capability to do it. So it's going to get a hit, which means it's going to kill Tamiyo. So I think we want to start with this, try to find some land. Ugin is what we want, but it's not what we can cast right now, so we have to get rid of that. I guess we keep this. And here, I guess we just tick up and name Steel Leaf Champion. I mean, it's a for sure hit. That's kind of a cute combo. Alright, so now Tamiyo's going to die, unfortunately. And now we're kind of on the back foot, because we just both have a 4-power creature, except theirs turns into a game-breaking Planeswalker, and ours just doesn't do that much. Youch. Okay. So we're definitely afraid of plenty of stuff here. Not that afraid of a pass. So our opponent can put this up to 3 counters, so we got to keep that in the back of our head. And we're getting close to that transforming, so we got to be able to play around that as well. So I think we're just going to Jade Light here. Hopefully get a land so we can Paradise Druid as well. Land, land. Graveyard, land. Yay! Now being able to have a big Crisis next turn is exactly what the doctor's ordering. Now our opponent could go double charge, Blast Zone to try to deal with Jade Lights, and we don't care about that Because that keeps our opponent one land off from flipping Bolas. It's not nothing. And now if we top deck a land, we can go Grixis for 5 to be a little bit bigger than Nicol Bolas. The beats. Ouch. Cry. Pretty strong. Now, no land, we're hoping, because then they're in the territory to flip Bolas, which is extra terrifying. Now we... Ugh. Land. No! Alright, so we're going to go with this. I think we probably got to get Ugin here. Even though we don't have the land for it, it's just too important. Boom. Now we got 2 great plays. We just need a land for both of them. I mean, Grixis you can do for 3, but it's not very good. Could always just attack with Mobilized District. Also not very good, but... They could just destroy Blast Zone to trade for our Steel Leaf, and we'd be completely fine with that if we get a land. Okay. Guessing that's what they're thinking as well, is, dang, I just wish I had a land. I wish they would tell you if it's, after you look away, if they top or bottomed. I think that's one little flaw that... We do have Crushing Canopies for these post-board, which are great against Grixis. Shouldn't say great, because they don't deal with the Planeswalkers, and those are some of the biggest aspects, but still very strong. Yep. That's pretty lame. Well, we're gonna attack. Hope they fire off the Blast Zone. If they don't, I don't really know what we can do. Can't really play this if they don't fire it off, because then they just get so much value. So I think what we'll have to do if they don't fire it off, we'll just have to Grixis. But it looks like they're doing it. Nope. Yeah, it's not pretty, but... Yeah, our opponent can flip. Our opponent can flip and get back an Ugin. Yikes. Could do this so they're like forced to sack the Blast Zone and hope they don't draw a 7th land. That feels quite bad. So we're just going to do this for 3. Hate it. We absolutely hate it. Blast Zone's one heck of a card. We're being mocked. We're being mocked by our own deck. Sacrifice it. Nice. Maybe they don't have another land. But if they do, then we're just blown out. But could Ugin to deal with their flipped Bolas? But then they'll still have an Ugin from taking our Ugin. And then that's just going to be too bad. Unless they decide to destroy this with the Ugin, which wouldn't make a lot of sense, but maybe it's reasonable. If our opponent didn't have a 7th land there, that seems like a really loose play. Tamio is so good against blue-black. Any thought erasure. Ooh, we get to bring in the 6/6. The 6/6 where you discard a card to Nicol Bolas. Magnifico. Magnifico. Our opponent's deep in the tank. Oh, God. The Bolas. Yikes. Okay, we need a land. We need it now. No! Well, I mean, I think we have one option here, is deal with Bolas. Deal with one of them at a time. Since we couldn't cast our own Ugin anyways. Now if our opponent has a land, they can go flip Bolas and get back Bolas. That's flavorful. Bolas, Bolas. Oh no. That's gonna be game. Mobilized District is great at dealing with Planeswalkers, though, I will say that. If our opponent does go -4, that means District can then kill it, but the problem is with this one. That's going to go to 5. Our opponent has so many good options, they don't know which one to pick. And if they do just... Yeah, okay. I had to figure that one. Ooh, our opponent can then use this to put a creature... Like, our opponent gains all these abilities as well. Wow, that's super flavorful. Dang. Our opponent has so many options with this Bolas. Okay. Well, I mean, I can just Ugin here. Ugin and kill this. I think that seems like the best. And our opponent gets to draw one. And then we can go to kill that. Alright. The classic Ugin versus Bolas. The battle for the ages. Let's get rid of that. Now, Bolas can tick up and copy Ugin's ability. And make a token, or its draw ability is probably just better. I think we'll sacrifice a forest this time. A forest into the abyss. Now our opponent just has so many cards, but we at least fought through a Bolas. We've killed 2 Bolases so far. Pretty good. At least we got value out of it. No. Don't think we'll be able to beat that. Tamio? What does that do? Not much. Yeah, this is going to transform. We're dead. We are dead. We get to bring in some goodies, though. Feroxes are going to be great against our opponent. Vivians will be great. Spyglass will be great. Soul Crushing Canopies. Negates. I don't know. I don't think we want to bring in that many cards is the only problem. So Planeswalkers are just going to be great against them. So cards to cut, I'm thinking between like Bond, Steel Leaf, Jade Light. Those are kind of like the flex slots here. I want to keep all our top end. It really does seem great against Grixis. So Bond seems kind of bad. We just want to be impacting the board every turn. And now I think it's just kind of a spread of stuff. So 3/3s are not 4/4s. You heard it here first. 3/3s are not 4/4s. So the Nissa tokens are not as good, so I think we can cut one of those. Ugin is phenomenal. We're not going to cut one of these. Vivian's great. Tamiyo's excellent. I can see cutting a fish. And then it comes down to whether or not we want Steel Leaf Champion or Jade Light. And I think... I don't know. Probably Steel Leaf is better on the play. I think we're going to go down to just an even split. 2 and 2. They're both going to be okay in different situations. There's a high chance that this cannot be right. That one of them is just better. But I like to have options. Alright, so we lost badly game 1 to Bolas and to Bolas and to Bolas and to Bolas. This hand's great. We have our key player here. I would love for our opponent to cast a Bolas this game. It'll be met with a Ferox. And if not, we just have a great hand. Turn 2, Jade Light. Let's go. Or maybe Paradise Druid. Yeah, I was going to say, if we get the land. I think it's probably better to do Paradise Druid here, just because we get a Vivian next turn. But that's only if we got the land. Otherwise, I would have played Jade Light. So now we just hope for no Thought Erasure, and then get to go to town. No Thought Erasure. One time. Don't they know it's my last bomb? They gotta be nice to me. They can't just be beating me left and right. Oh yeah, they know. Viv. Now we actually don't want to play Tamiyo if they're going to make us discard. And here's the thing, is we don't want to let them know that we have it. So I think I want to just get Blast Zone here. I do not want them to know we have a no-hide Ferox in hand. Yeah, this might be a bit of a weird play, but I'm getting this because of the known information is so important here. This is just a good... Even if we can win the game without discarding this, you know, then we can save it for next turn. Yeah, that's pretty good. But now we can do this and try to tick up and get an Ugin. Ugin's the name. We can get back a Vivian, though. Next turn, we can just play Vivian if they don't kill our creatures. Or if we need to make a land drop, we can always return this from Tamiyo. Tamiyo just does it all. And now we're... Oh, we can't discard. Can we please discard? Oh, brutal. That's okay. That's a weird nombo that I would have not expected. But that's a combo. Tamiyo and anything. That's a beautiful combo. Now, I mean, the only thing we fear is Elder Spell. The Elder Spell just wrecks this deck. Because when we assemble these two, Ugin is not far behind because we get to search with this. I guess that doesn't search for an Ugin, but I mean, searching with Tamiyo, putting Ugin into the graveyard, it's definitely real. Definitely a relevant text. God, the one time we wanted to discard Tamiyo saved us. Tamiyo's like, I got you. We're like, no, Tamiyo, please don't. Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for our opponent, for sure. No! Okay, well, let's go for Ugin. So we can kill it with this if need be, but Ugin would be the way to go. Ugin. The inevitable. Oh, hello. That's game. Boom. And like I said, our opponent could have the Elder spell. Should probably activate this. But we got a fish. Oh, these three. They're new besties. Tamio, Vivian. Alright, well, Vivian not so much. Vivian's the good sideboard tech, but Nissa's the true super friend. Tamio, Nissa, and Ugin are great friends. You can discover. But discovering into Elder Spell is still very good. Boom, boom, boom. Uh-oh. They're all lighting up. That could have been bad. Alright. Ugin. Viv. Alright, so we're going to do this for 6. Yeah. We'll take the Llanowar. Why not? Alright, we'll do this for 6. Draw some cards. No land. We'll discard the Llanowar. Our opponent still doesn't know about no hide, which is good. We want to save that valuable information for next game. So we'd be very happy if we can just win the game without playing that, which I think we will. Yep. All right, let's get them game 3. Yeah, I mean, I think I like it. We could think... I bet Steel Leaf is just actively bad on the draw, where Jade Light is probably much better. Nissa on the draw is not as good, so yeah, we'll have one. It's reasonable. Maybe we should just have one of these. Yeah, we'll do one of these. I don't think Steel Leaf is very good on the draw. The reason Steel Leaf is in the deck is to pester Planeswalkers. Just because, you know, it gets through, like, Casmanians, 2/2s, you know, gets around heroes, tokens. It really gets around pretty much anything when you want to be pestering Planeswalkers. But in this matchup, all the Planeswalkers we want to be pestering, we can attack them freely anyways, except Steel Leaf can still be blocked by the Ravager. So it's not as good. We're still a ramp deck. The Steel Leaf is just a good tool to kill Planeswalkers, plain and simple. And I mean, you can kind of shift gears against Nexus and go really aggro with Steel Leaf and Ferox. That's kind of our plan because it's a pretty bad matchup. But yeah, we'll see. See if we play against it. The Nexus foe. This hand is fine. I mean, it doesn't have a Ferox or anything cool, but it's still just an acceptable hand. That was not an acceptable draw. Okay. Now, within 2 turns, I just want to draw a Ferox just to be able to do it. This is where the card shines. And it shines so bright. Alright, no Cry. Well, Cry would have been pretty good against us. Druid. 2 bad draws. Our hand was already land heavy where these already produced mana. Nice thing about Paradise Druid, it just can't be killed when you play it right away. It's a very strong ability. Lets us gain a little bit of momentum against decks. It's just the best turn 2 play. Okay. Let's start with this. Spell. Planeswalker. Keep that one. Okay, we'll play a lawnmower. We'll say go. We are presenting a Nissa next turn. Bolas, still pretty good against us, but it's not the end all. You know, we don't have the Ferox, so. Although Ferox would be kind of awkward because we wouldn't be able to cast Nissa. But that'd probably be okay. We'd have a free 6/6. Yeah, now Cry is looking pretty good, and they binned it. Yeah, Cry would be very good. Cry or Ritual would be very sad because we wouldn't be able to cast Nissa, and then all we would do is just Druid go. Bolas is also annoying, but yeah, I think it's just annoying. It's not super devastating because this is going to be good. All right, so I think we'll play this. Probably want to play the Forest. Unfortunately, can't. Well, that's not true. We can play Ritual of Soot, but I don't know if that's that good. Our opponent can play Ritual. We could play Paradise Druid, but I don't know if that's very good, is what I was trying to say. Oh, now we're faced with the dilemma. Do we attack? Our opponent is missing another block. I think we just have to do this and then next turn attack in. But we're really putting ourselves vulnerable. But just with how this game's played out, I think it's correct. And we don't really have much. Like, we're not going to win the game by holding this back anyways. But yeah, now a Ritual just blows us out. Yep. Very strong. But I think we can do a nice little trick with Blast Zone here if we have enough mana. I think we do. 6, so we need to put 3 counters on it. Oh, are we 1 short? No, we're doing perfect. No, we're 1 short. Dang it. 1, 2, yep. So we can tap it, add 3 counters, untap Blast Zone, and play Breeding Pool. And that, yeah, then we're 1 short of blowing it up. Brutal. So we're going to lose Nissa. But we can still set this to 4. We had a lot of draws to close this one out. Got to make sure to add 3 counters before... Oh, well, at least that's not bad. 1, 2, 3. If only we just had the 4-drop in our hand. So now we can attack for 3 and blow up Bolas. Not the worst play by any means. But yeah, we will lose Nissa. And we can't even top deck like Ugin, which would have been insane. But we can top deck Vivian, which would be insane. Yep, Vivian no more. Well, I guess we just played this Blast Zone. start upping this one because we don't want to just sacrifice it yet because we're behind in mana then. We're just going to say go. We're definitely in trouble. We'll take it. Use our life total as a resource a bit here. Tamiyo could be a nice draw as well. We got plenty of good draws. Maybe not so many now. Yikes. I'm going to put a counter on this one. We want to keep this at 4 to stop this from flipping. Oh boy. Well, can't play that. So we're just going to say go. Yeah, we're in trouble now. Unless our opponent just goes to try to flip this. Yep, I'll take it. Well, we could up this 2 more and deal with Liliana. Then if we top deck Nissa, maybe we can untap and then blow it up. Nope, we're 1 short. Yeah, I mean, I think we just have to blow this. Maybe we should have just did that before we took 4. I'll go like this. This has been a pretty good match, though. We didn't draw too well this game, and that's going to lock this up. Boo. Yeah, we can't beat both those Planeswalkers. We couldn't beat the first one. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Stay tuned for our next round. All right, and welcome to the 4th round. All right, so we're on the play. This is a little land heavy, but we have good cards up top. And if we draw a Druid or Llanowar or, Paradise Druid or Incubation Druid within the next couple turns, it's great. So I think we're going to keep it. It's really close, but I think it's strong enough. Because if we top deck a Druid, one of our 12 Druids this turn, like even this is fine. Now maybe find a good 3-drop. Yeah, excellent. Now we got a great draw. I think we have enough land, so we're just going to pick the most powerful card. Steel Leaf Champion. All right, blue-black. Ooh, we get our rematch against our Bolas colors. All right. Well, we're going to go with Steel Leaf. Pass it back. Makes sense. Kind of wish we went for Jade Light now, but we do have a good turn 4, turn 5, turn 6. Just Planeswalker Party. All right, well, I think we'll mobilize the district, and we'll tick up, and I think we're just going to name Grixis. Come to me, fish. No such luck. We would have named Nissa if we didn't have it, and we would have hit. So that's always the target when you don't have it. Kefnet. Okay. Kefnet's strong. Now, what do we want to do with it? Nothing really. I think we're just going to once again name Hydroid Grixis. So we're going to have a big one available next turn. So now we're going to go Nissa. Untap. Play a Druid. Now we just have all the mana in the world and a pretty stocked graveyard to play with. Kefnet is going to be doing some damage here, but we can Ugin it. This could be a Bolus, which is quite strong considering it has like 1,000 abilities now. Yep. Our buddy, you know him, we love him. Bolus. Probably just destroying a Planeswalker. Nissa's gone, but we don't care about that because we got another Nissa in the yard. Oh yeah, I believe we get to do the sick play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This is the dream. This is my favorite play of this deck. So, green, 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 Nissa, untap, a Coogan, and now we don't want Kefnet to be able to kill anything, so we're just going to take out Kefnet for now. Get that out of here. Bolus we'll deal with that next turn, but for now we just wanted to add 2 insanely powerful Planeswalkers to the field. So our opponent can animate a land. Yeah, I was wondering if our opponent was going to do that. Animate a land and kill Ugin. That's pretty spicy. Yeah, that doesn't work. Tamiyo says no. Tamiyo says no. Tamiyo says no. You can look. You can look, but you can't touch. Okay, taking on a forest, no big deal. Yeah, if you take... That thing has vigilance, so you should have attacked something. We'll go like this. Anything we want to bring back? Not in particular. I think we still just want a Hydroid Grixis. Yay! Now, I think we... So this only costs 1 to animate now. So we just want to make sure this dies. Alright, let's just do a Grixis first. That's bad, I feel. That doesn't feel great. Alright, how about this? We'll go... We're not going to do the Grixis turn this turn. We're going to adapt. We're going to untap this. Then we're going to attack here, 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 just in case they have a cast down or something. Maybe that's still loose. Yeah, we're just going to attack with these two. If they have the cast down for a land, that's fine. Okay. So now we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We could Grixis 4, 6. That seems pretty strong. Aww. We're just having fun. We're just starting to have some fun. Ferox. Insane against this. I like shutting down Bolus against him. Maybe even negates. So we could just take a slowing roll here. Just planeswalkers and disruption. And this right here seems pretty fine to me. Now it's, do we want to add negates against a deck where some of their creatures are just busted? Probably not. I think we just want to do this. Just be a value interaction planeswalker deck. Of course, they probably have something to make us discard. And the Elder Spell to deal with all our planeswalkers. So we have to be a little wary about how many planeswalkers we stack into play, but more than likely it's going to be completely fine. I think this is a pretty similar hand to last time. Of course, we need a little help for it to be good, but I think it just has too much power to mulligan. Yeah, we're going to find out. Not bad. This hand does not beat a thief, though, unfortunately. Okay. That was supposed to be a druid. No thief. Yay! Alright, we're doing alright. Get a Jade Light. See if we can find a play for turn 4. That's all we want is something to cast on turn 4. That's something to cast on turn 4, but it's kind of awkward because it shuts down the rest of our play. We'll see. Oofta. And I think it's right. I think it's right. Like, they're more than likely going to try to kill it. Yeah, we're in a bit of an awkward spot here, so we'll see. We'll see if this is a good one or not. Could just be a card just to keep in our hand. Yep, take a peek. We can't cast any of them for a while anyways. We're just going to try to beat you down first. These will be plan B. Answer the Ferox first. Double Thought Erasure is pretty cute, though. Now our opponent can't really attack, though. Boom. Alright, enters tapped. Say go. Still gotta deal with Nullhide. That deals with Nullhide. Alright, have a sack 2 creatures. That would be perfect. Nice. Oh, that was not a great play on our opponent's part. Not attacking with that first. And now we can just Ugin. Or just mobilize District it. Yeah, I did not like that play on our opponent's part. Now you've unlocked Ugin. And I think we just got to get rid of this. Ugin has been unleashed. Alright. Now that can kill Ugin, which is flavorful. Oh no, and the Thought Erasure mana. No! But we do have Mobilized District here, so we're not all hope is lost. Kefnet's coming up next to play. Mobilized District is quite good sometimes. Just pestering plane. This specific example is mainly why I love the card. Now time to find some bombs. It's not a big enough bomb. Graveyard. Neither is that. Graveyard. Kefnet shuts us down. Vivian. Vivian. Woo! No. Alright, we're all in. Let's hope there's not 7 cards. Hooray! Wonder, can our opponent stack that correctly? Yes, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Another draw at an instant or sorcery. Our opponent does nothing. We're attacking. We'll trade 6 damage for a Jade Light. Ooh. Oh, yeah. We're going to try that one. We're going to try that one on for size. Vivian Reed. Let it resolve. Let it resolve. Yeah! Boom. And now this is for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're attacking for 9. Putting it back. All right, go get them. Mobilize the district. Yep. Half the life, your turn. I think our opponent could have played this game better, though, I have to say. Liliana down-ticking was quite poor. If our opponent just ticked up Liliana, I don't know how I ever beat it, because Ferox would have stayed in play, so I couldn't have cast Ugin, and we would have never won this game. So, learning lesson from the other side. When your opponent makes a bonehead move by playing a Ferox in their non-creature deck like I did, punish him. Hey, at least we got value off that. Now we're still attacking for lethal here. Go get him. Boo. Alright, we'll still be attacking for lethal next turn. This Kanta's flipping, though. This Kanta could flip, and our opponent could draw Kefnet. Kefnet's not enough, though. So... oh, that is so lucky! Nissa. Ugh. Alright. Alright, if you use Kanta, yeah, I was going to say you don't get Kefnet. Alright, we're going to add 3 counters. Now we can actually get this Kefnet off the board if our opponent doesn't play this correctly. AK as Kanting now. Yeah, now we get to get Kefnet for good. Boom. Respond. One less target. Might as well not put it back. That made no sense. One less chance to hit now. Okay. Ugin. Our opponent's like, oh, it doesn't matter. I'm going to draw this. Vivian's pretty strong, even though it is just going to die to that. Alright, well, guess Paradise Druid? It is a lethal threat, so if they get a little carried away doing stuff. We need a good one. How about a Hydroid Grixis for 7? Or a Llanowar Elf. That'll do. It's just a Grixis for 8 now. The 2/2s have been assembled. Grixis for 7 again. Ooh. Alright, called shot. We have a chance. Not great. We really haven't seen any we haven't seen any Nicol Bolas the creature or Thieves. So that's a little lame. We're going to discard this, get punished later for it. We just want to see as much of their deck as humanly possible. Nicol Bolas and Ugin working together, flavorful. Boo. We had this one wrapped up. It looks like it's just removal. So I think the Ferox is actually quite bad. All right, we'll take it. Woo! Land! Alright, game 3. Beyond the play is definitely going to be better. Any changes we want to make? Tamiyo seems insane. I don't think we can cut any of them. Crushing Canopy looked bad. I mean, we didn't see anything, but that doesn't mean they're not there. I think we're going to go with the Feroxes still. Not 100% sold on them, but what Grixis deck doesn't play Nicol Bolas? Come on. That'd just be such a flavor fail. Love to play first. Okay, this sounds pretty strong. Love turn 1 Llanowar. Put this into play. Tapped, attack, and we can get a Ferox in play. But, of course, we ran into the same problem we did before. Ugh. Alright, we did it last time for a reason. I still think it's pretty strong. It's just a 6/6 on our turn 3, you know? Now we can mobilize District next turn and attack. Just force them to deal with it. It's just so hard for them to deal with this right now. Ritual Soot doesn't kill it. It's just... They have the Rampage thing, but they'd have to destroy the Llanowar first. But if they do destroy our Llanowar Elf, next turn we don't get to do anything. We can attack for 9 next turn, though. And then the turn after 10, so we do have a 2-turn clock. Ooh, or we just play that. Yeah. Get him. Get him, Ferox. You think Ferox is Illuminati here with that symbol? Boom, boom. Get him, get him, get him, get him. Rematch against our Bolas player. Jade, light repair. Okay, 2 lands. Throw one of them into play and say go. Still can't play either of our Planeswalkers next turn because of our own creature. But it's coming to the point where, like, what are they going to do? I guess they can go unhexproof and cast down this turn, but that's fine. Then we just either drop Ugin or Nissa. Yeah, that's a-okay. Okay, we have it all. I think it's probably just correct to get Nissa going here. Ooh, yeah, okay. Alright. Nissa plus Tamiyo seems quite strong. Nissa. Boom. Now even if you Elder Spell, it just doesn't matter. So with them maybe playing Elder Spell, we're going to get some value right now and just return this Ferox. It stops him from Bolas being a good play as well. Not that it really was one anyways, but Yeah, that's nice. Anytime Nissa comes into play, I feel like it's always followed up with another Planeswalker. So you're always like, okay, this is fine, this is fine. Oh, 2 Planeswalker. Okay, good game. Because that's just too much to deal with. Even if they deal with the creatures, we have the Mobilized District, plus another token coming in, plus the inevitability of Tamiyo, plus we have a bunch of mana right now, too, so... I just don't know what our opponent would do. It's a good start. I think our opponent's still dead. Yep, exactly 9 from what I'm counting here. So we need to kill that first. We'll go with a Coogan. We'll kill this. We'll animate this for 1. We'll go with this. Xaxis. Boom, 9 ya. Nice. That was a sweet win. That was a sweet win. All right, everybody. Stay tuned for our final round of the final Dropping Bombs. Round 5 coming at you. All right, everyone. Welcome to our 5th and final round of any Dropping Bombs. Oh, I'm not crying. You're crying. All right, we're going to keep this. We're on the draw. Ooh, mono white. I think we probably have an okay matchup here. We're going to find out. We are going to find out. They can't interact with our early accelerants, which is huge because we got a turn 3 Nissa here. Ooh, giving it to us. Actually, yeah, I think we block. I tend to block these things quite often because now we can do turn 3 Tamiyo into Nissa. Still completely strong. And slowing them down... something like that is sometimes very huge, you know. Start making Loxodons a turn later, you know, really anything. Our opponent could go land here, and if they had that token, go 1-drop Loxodon, and we're like, okay, GG. Sure. Tamiyo's not that good right now, unfortunately. And we can play it and kind of soak up a damage, but... or soak up some damage. We're going to go Hydroid Crisis. We have the most of them, so the highest likelihood to hit. I was thinking about Ugin, too. We would have hit. Now, Nissa next turn. Tick up. Maybe just make a Paradise Druid so it can for sure block and protect. I think that's reasonable. Tamiyo down. Yep. Unfortunately, it looks like we can't keep Nissa alive either. Okay, maybe this is not so good. Oh, maybe this is just a horrendous matchup. Alright, well. Guess we'll just do this. Say go, look to block the Marshal. Yeah, our opponent could just like attack with just bodyguard, type taker to Nissa to for sure take it down, and we would just have to let that happen. We don't really want to block with... ooh, our opponent's just like, nope. I'm going for you. I think I'd prefer that. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I could take 12 and block here. I think that's what I want to do. Sure. You got me with a pride or something, sure, but... I think that was wrong. I'm hyped on this. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. I think it's still wrong, but we'll see. Alright, well, we'll start with this. Jade Light. Now we could play Jade Light or Paradise Druid. I think we're going to need 3 blockers to be safe. So yeah, we're just going to go Paradise Druid, say go. Make sure, I don't think this, oh, this does still have Vigilance. Okay, nice. Get a little damage in. What are these protecting? Okay. Alright, so I think we'll block here. Here and here. Yeah, see what they do. So they can protect body or Marshall, and then we get to keep a Paradise Druid. Okay. It's pretty strong. Jade Light. We're still not dead yet, but we're definitely getting close. Ugh. Ooh. Well, if Ugin can't get us out of this, what will? So no attacks. Okay, we can block there, and we can block the token. Take 3. They lose 2 things. They're down to 2 things. I think we're still dead. Yeah, I think we're still dead. Even without that, we were still dead. But with that, we're extra dead. Okay, let's see what we can do. Archer's good. Canopy, not so much. Ferox, it's a big creature, but I don't think it's super good. Vivian seems pretty strong. We don't want to change too much here. What don't we like? Tamiyo felt really bad. It's just too aggressive. I think we can cut 1 fish. Alright, we'll run it. Blast Zone's pretty good against him. We kind of have to really rely on it, or just having a good aggressive ramp draw. And maybe we just screwed up from the beginning by blocking with our ramp, our Druid or our Llanowar on turn 1. Maybe Nissa early enough where they couldn't have... They did have Conclave, so it would have been pretty brutal anyways, but maybe we could have got a turn ahead of it. That is the only decision point we had of that last game where maybe it was wrong. Not 100% on this, but... Alright, let's get this back. We can't lose our last Dropping Bombs. I mean, we definitely can, but let's hope we don't. Oh yeah, this sounds strong. Incubation Druid into an Archer, into hopefully Nissa, into a gigantic fish. I'll take it. Manu Outcast, huh? Your turn. Mold to 6. Scryed on top. An X1, please. Give us a good target. Ooh, that Archer. We'll be hungry for that soon. Real soon. Alright, we got our top end. We got the card to kind of get us there. Archer is so good against white and red. And blue. You know, I mean, it's just good against all these hyper-aggressive decks. Okay. Yep. At least we get to stop this whole shenanigans from happening. We're going to try to kill this, even though they can pick to kill that. Archer. Pretty strong. Now, if we get a land, we get to go Nissa. If we don't, Bond plus whatever we find with it. Reasonable as well. Our opponent should have sacked that, I think. So I think we're still fine here. We do have to be a little worried about Banalish Marshall. Obviously still a problem. Snubby Snubs, we don't care about that as much. Okay, we did not hit the land we wanted. Now the decision is put on if we want to Jade Light to try to find lands, or if we want to Bond to try to find lands and then Jade Light. And I think Bond technically just looks at one extra card, so I think it's correct to start there. But if it's not there, you know, we are kind of wasting our turn doing nothing this time, so we'll see. Okay, we got the forest. So now we are going to cast good old Jade Light and then kind of go off next turn here. Ooh, yeah, 2 lands. That's perfect. So now we have Ugin or Nissa available next turn, or Grixis. Grixis, I think, is going to be the least likely to be played, but still strong plays nonetheless. Still going to have to sneak out a win for game 3, which is going to be a little difficult on the draw against these type of decks, but not unwinnable. Right, Conclave. Pretty uncertain what... Yeah, that's fine. Now we still get Nissa here, which is just absolutely busted. All right, Nissa. Oh, it's going to be a veto. Disdainful Stroke, sure. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we want to hold back. Whatever. We got to go next turn. So 5, 6, 7, 8 permanents. Snubs is getting close. Not that we really care that much, but this would be a good Loxodon turn. Yep, that makes sense. Now it's time for just Ugin to gain us a bunch of value. A Coogan! Alright, start making tokens. Whenever these tokens die, we get the card. Pretty strong. Our opponent's board is getting a little out of hand, though. You know, we put a Marshal in here, and our opponent's board is just way too much to deal with. But we do have a Planeswalker. The longevity of that is definitely real. Oof. Deputies are good against us. Alright, 2 4/4s coming in. Yeah, just bringing it all. Makes sense. Definitely going to try to kill one of these 4/4s. Probably just take 6 here. Alright. I like killing these. Or killing Loxodon and just blocking here. Yeah, take 6. Alright. Could be worse, could be better. Alright. I think it's just best to do a Grixis for 5 here. It's just the biggest thing on the board. We get to draw cards. It's just too good right now, I think. And then we can just flood the board with the rest of the stuff here shortly. But yeah, if this gets dealt with, or if this gets dealt with, you know, this is not it's not good. We're really hoping this Grixis just goes left alone. Leave that fish alone. Oh yeah, sure. Don't care about that too much. Alright, now we just want to play as many things as possible. Vivian and Archer seems fine. Archer, you know, is not killing anything thanks to Decatli anyways. So we might as well... We could destroy this to get that back as well, but it doesn't do much. So I think we just go up for value. Why not? We'll tick up. If we get a Steel Leaf Champion, we'd rather play that. So we might as well do this first. Steel Leaf would be great right now. Jade Light's good enough. We'd rather play Jade Light. Oh, yeah, that doesn't... Yeah, okay. That was foolish. That's okay. Wasn't going to gain any value anyways. Another Archer blocked stuff, but this can actually trade with stuff, so I think it actually might have just been the best play, even if I didn't forget that. Okay. Tithe Taker. Alright, looking for Grixis now. Alright, ask and you shall receive. So we can do it for 6 right now, how it stands. So I think that seems good. Yeah. 5, 6. Draw some cards off the fishies. And we are going to start attacking soon, but still in a little bit of defense. And we can just honestly just hold back until Vivian ultimates. Deputy would still be very strong right now. I don't think we would lose on the spot, but maybe. Deputy is quite good against us. Ooh. That's quite strong. Blast Zone is just so good. Alright, we'll wait and just defend Vivian and then just ultimate and win. Another Blast Zone, huh? I don't mind that. Blast Zone's good. Alright, now we're just going to play stuff. We're just playing it all. Boom. Creatures. So many creatures. And this is going to win us the game next turn. We're in defense. Vivian's going to win, so. We'll let our opponent do whatever. Draw, not have a conclave, and concede during their main phase. Or they're toughing it out. Nope. Okay, we called that. Alright, let's see if we can get the third game. They have deputies, which terrifies me because that card is so good against us. But what can you do? I think we will. Yeah, we're just gonna push back. Hope for the best here. All right, game 3. Oh my God, the final game. It's really hitting home. It's really hitting home. It's been an honor to be playing games and have so much support as I have from all of you. So I'm sure I'll say it again, but I wanna hit home how much you all mean to me. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. I hope I don't need a new arena name. Didn't think of that. I'll be forever Droppin Baums. Oh, yeah. It's been a wild ride, everybody. It's been a wild ride. Many a punt, many a top decks. A lot of called shots. I think my favorite called shot was like right when Chain Whirler was printed. And it was just like an 8-for-1 or something. I was like, okay, well now's the turn where I want a Chain Whirler and just. That's the only one I can specifically remember that was just insane. All right, game 3. Final game. This sounds good. I can see us doing it with this. Turn 2 Archer. Yes, there's food. Alright, let us get that Archer going. It's just so good against White Weenie. Okay, well, same thing. Here's the Legion's Landing. Alright, well, we're gonna just for sure get that one. Didn't even attack. They're like, he's blocked before. I know it's in his range. Alright. We will fight that one. Let's take some action. Alright, now we have a choice next turn between Steel Leaf or Druid plus Flourishing. We'll see. Probably just Steel Leaf Champion. Kind of thinking just Steel Leaf Champion and Breeding Pool tapped. Yeah, I don't think we're necessarily going to want to block with this or need to. So we might as well get this going while we can. And even if they have Conclave for the Steel Leaf, then this still gets to eat a creature. So it's not a great exchange for them. But History coming off next turn to pump the team is scary. History coming off the next few turns to pump the team is even scarier. All right, that is flying now. I hope he remembers Reach. Oh, boy. Yikes. And just like that, I don't think we can win. Ooh. Vivian here is interesting. Could Vivian to kill one of the histories? Or it's likely we're just supposed to Nissa, tick up, cast Paradise Druid as a chump blocker. Yeah, that seems alright. Still pretty bad for us, don't get me wrong, but... Because a forest I would leave up if it was going to kill a history token, but it's not, so... Maybe we Vivian the next history so that it doesn't pump stuff again, but yeah, we're in trouble. If our opponent has any follow-up here, I just don't think we could possibly win. Like a deputy or something. Well, nothing like getting nut drew for your last game if it does go down that way. I'll accept it. Oh no. Yeah, they nut drew us hard. Yeah, what can we do? We can't kill a single one of their creatures. Yeah, I would imagine they just go face, yep. Can we even live? Okay, so we can go 15, 19. Ugh. We just have to chump. That's 19. Alright. Just taking 19, no big deal. Okay. Well, we can gain some life here. Try this. Is Grixis enough? Probably not. Is Ugin enough? Probably not. It's just so much power here. We need a way to deal with all the tokens, like a blast zone that starts on 0. I guess Grixis. Maybe we just Grixis for 2? Or we cast Vivian on this. We're at 4. We have this, 2. I think it's just got to be Grixis for 2. Hope to maybe draw Forest. To maybe Bond. Ugh. Guess we go like this. Try to gain enough life to get out of this, but I don't think it's actually possible. Let's see. If we have 4 blockers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can block these. Would be the biggest, and we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yep, we're dead. GG's. Can't win the last one. Our opponent's draw was nice, though. I really thought we had a chance at that, but our opponent drew just a little bit too much stuff there, but... All right, everyone. That's it. That's the last game. We're ending in defeat, even though I feel like a winner with how well and how, how great you have all treated me over the years. Over the 2 years. That's kind of a long time. want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It honestly means the world to me. Stay tuned for one last deck tech, okay? I'll try not to cry. And welcome to the deck tech, everybody. Okay, so I'll walk you through some of my choices here. I will have to say I don't know if this deck is quite ready. It just really needs, like, you know, old Ugin, something to clear the board. This deck can't really play from behind too well. If you get ahead, it's almost impossible to beat. And in these mid-range to control matchups, I think we have a great matchup. But it's the hyper-aggressive matches and the Nexuses where they're really fast and the over-the-top control decks that I think we severely struggle. And I think that's too much of a problem in a metagame to struggle against White Weenie, Mono Red, and Nexus. That's just too big of the field. You know, we can't just be beating up on Esper decks and, you know, hope for the best. So we'll go, our accelerants are 4 Llanowars, 4 Druids, and 4 Paradise Druids. To accelerate to us, you know, the goal is turn 3 Nissa or turn 3 Nissa, turn 3 Tamiyo, and then just kind of go off from that point into this. I chose Bond of Flourishing because it's just kind of, the deck can be clunky. Like it's similar to Tron where if you draw the right parts of your deck, it's phenomenal. But if you draw too much accelerant or too much payoff, it tends to really fall apart and be horrible. So we have to have a mixture of there. We'll get on to the big stuff later here. I'm going to go on to my 3 drops here because I think this was interesting and I think there's plenty of ways to build this. I chose Steel Leaf Champion because at the time when I'm making this, Jeskai Super Friends and just Planeswalkers in general are becoming very popular. So Steel Leaf Champion is just fantastic at poking Planeswalkers and not making it so they have value accruing over time. And you can just beat down with this card. It's very rare in this kind of deck that, like, we just win by just going Steel Leaf into Steel Leaf. Like, you don't have enough to back it up, where most decks can deal with that. So it's not a win con. It's really for pestering Planeswalkers. And then we have Jade Light, just a great card at getting you to the late game as well, finding you the lands you need to get to the top. Then we have Tamiyo. Tamiyo is awesome, and of course we see it mainly in these Simic Nexus shells, but I do think it has a lot of applications elsewhere. Being able to shut down Thought Erasures, Eldritch Reborns, stuff like that is just great. And just playing Tamiyo, ticking up to try to find Nissa, plays into the play patterns quite well, and then if you miss, you have a whole option of stuff to hit from your graveyard, including very popular lines where I just... you know, we'll tick up, name something, miss more than likely, but then down tick to get the land I need to play the Nissa the next turn. Works plenty of times, and it's very hard for your opponent to deal with. Nissa's kind of the hallmark of the deck, like being able to, I've done some very disgusting things with Nissa where you can go like Nissa, have 2 forests available, uptick, attack for 3, use those 3 forests to play an Ugin or something like... Play patterns like that happen quite often, and it's very rewarding for the deck. And then we have Ugin, basically our only way to deal with, hard to deal with threats in the main deck, which makes it a little rough. Green-blue just doesn't have a lot of I kill your target creature thing, which you kind of need in this metagame that is so wide and diverse. So going forward, I do think some changes need to be done, but there's something here with this shell. And then we have 4 Hydroid Krasis, just, you know, such a great, phenomenal card. We'll move to the sideboard. And the sideboard, I think it's strong, but needs a little bit of work as well. We got 3 negates for straight Nexus and control matchups. Not very good against mid-range. You don't really bring them in against red because we don't have a lot of blue. 1 Spyglass for picky or troublesome Planeswalkers. Atsakan Archer, which you saw in some of our early matchups, is very good. You know, kind of need some of that stuff to deal with these red, white, early, very aggressive decks. 3 Crushing Canopies for Thief of Sanity and has applications against Simic Nexus. Nullhide Ferox is a card that's impressed me and disappointed me a lot. As you would see in some of our matches, it kind of screwed us over sometimes, but it's also just insane. The body's relevant against like Mono Red. I don't like it as much against White Weenie because they go so wide. But also just insane against like Grixis, Nicol Bolas decks. Being able to discard this and put it into play, who would have guessed that would have been good? But Then we got 2 Vivian Reeds, again trying to deal with Thief of Sanity, as well as just a card advantage engine against midrange. And then 1 island whenever you want to bring in Negate, and you also have Tamiyo's and Hydroid Grixis in the deck. That's going to happen against like Nexus, and maybe Esper control. So I feel like you need just a little extra help for blue sources there. All right, everybody, that does it for our Simic ramp deck. I want to thank you all for watching, not only today, but over the past 2 years. This has been the most enjoyable content I've ever made in my life. You know, the community has been none other than just amazing. None other than amazing. I can't express it in any other way. It's something I will treasure for the rest of my life. You know, please keep coming up to me and still having me say dropping bombs. You know, I'll be a bomb dropper for the rest of my life here. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching over these last 2 years. So for one last time, I'm Corey Ballmeister, and this has been Droppin Bombs. See you later.